Hi, Scrubs. I hope you're well.
Hello, you awesome people.
Hello, Starfam.
And we are slowly getting closer to the end of this year, but we have about... This is like the third last episode of the year, I think.
Mhm.
Someone help me?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
That's good. And we have read the feedback we got from the last episode, which was about cyberbullying, and we are sad to hear that you have been bullied, but we are of course happy that you still found it to be good to hear us talk about this very serious matter. It was a serious video, but at least I felt that I got a lot off my chest.
Yeah.
How about you too?
Yeah.
But that is like the only serious matter or topic we have on our list. So now we are pushing that aside and continue with more fun stuff, which going to be community theories today, people. We are going to explore and think and get deep into whatever we can think of could happen in this game. And of course, we have the most amazing guest. You know her. We know her. It is none other than Game Master Ylva, also known as Potato and Nearly. Welcome!
Hello.
Hi! So glad you're here!
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Would you like to introduce yourself for those who might have missed who you are?
I can do that. My name is Melly, in real life, which you're not supposed to say, by the way. Keep your information safe. I'm most often, I guess, known as Game Master Ylva in the Star Stable community, which is my Game Master name, and I work at the headquarters, and I work with video editing and stuff around that. YouTube.
Yeah. Basically, she's like the one we go to when we are like, how does Premiere Pro work? Which I might come very soon because I have just started to get deep into Premiere Pro.
Cool. It's a good program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scaring me. But it's there. But yay, we're so happy to have you here. And the reason we are sort of having you here, because some are like, well, of course you are from Star Stable and Community Theories, but you sort of had a little series called Misbust.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a little bit what that was sort of about, just this how it was?
Well, it was kind of like an Instagram stories series, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Where I picked up on theories that were going around the community and either confirmed or busted the theories.
Was any really confirmed? I think one.
I don't think so. I think I must be.
Yeah, I was like, just feeling like, was anything confirmed?
No, I think there was like one or something like. I think there's been at least one occasion. I don't remember which one though, but I think there was once when I was like, "This is actually true."
Oh wow!
Cool.
Okay. If you want to see these series, people, go to Star Stable's Instagram and you can find them in the saved stories there in the profile.
Yeah.
If you slide, you can actually find them. Yes. So, well, before we get into the topic of community theories, of course, we need to hear what has everyone been up to in October. Cece, what have you been doing?
Well, I've been sick a lot, so what else is new? Feels like it's always, the thing I take up. But when it comes to Star Stable, I have joined a new club.
Ooh.
Yeah, called Earth Supernovas, and they are lovely. Yeah, I really like it there. It feels great to be a part of a club again. I really missed it. Yeah, and we celebrated Halloween together recently. And I even held my first event in the club. We were playing Slenderman, and it was awesome.
Did it go well?
Yeah, it was fun. I was the Slenderman. It was a lot of fun. Like, I see someone, I see you next to Nick too. Oh, it was awesome. It was so much fun. It's fun to be evil sometimes.
Agreed.
Not evil bully-wise, people.
No,
That's
just
what we
evil,
mean.
like You were like,
Slenderman-wise.
hey, I'm gonna get you and tickle you.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky wise.
Yes,
Yeah.
sneaky evil. That's what we like. Okay, TC, what have you been up to in October?
Well, quite shockingly, this is the first year ever I've not had a Halloween club event, which is kind of horrifying.
Oh my god.
My heart breaks.
I know. I am gonna do one probably by the time this podcast goes out.
Okay, it's just late. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it's gonna
just
happen. It's
late.
just
Yeah.
gonna be late because it's just been too busy. I've just been too busy.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I don't even know what I've done this month, but I've just been too busy.
Okay.
So like I mostly spent most of my time on Star Stable actually hunting for those pumpkins and soul
Yeah.
shards and so forth. Like other than that, and obviously using the birthday race XP because that was great. We love that. I was
Yeah.
very happy this year because it gave it for both weeks rather than just one.
Yeah.
Loved that. much improved.
Woo!
Because I always used to get so annoyed. I would do it for the first week, and then I'd be like, "Okay, here goes again." And I'm like, "No, can't do it again."
Yeah, that was sad.
So I was able to max my. Which horse did I get? Like, I think it was the Andalusian. I think I maxed with the birthday races. I can't remember exactly, or was it? No, it was the Curly. The Curly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
I got the buckskin Tobiano one.
Oh, that one is pretty.
Yeah, so I maxed it with the what do you call the birthday race XP.
I did not do such a thing. I think I did one of those races.
Oh.
I'm just so bad. I have been working a lot. And on top of that, I have, as CC, been sick. I got food poisoning, and I got cold.
That's so sad.
Yeah, October was rough. So working, and then when it comes to gaming-wise, I have been playing a tiny bit of Star Stable. Like on and off, I just felt like logging into just a level and train, which is the same thing. I just realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And hunting pumpkins, of course, because yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really wanted that little Ermagerd. But on the other side, I'm still on Red Dead Redemption 2, and especially with the project of trying to start recording a Let's Play.
Yeah.
So,
Wanna see it?
yes.
Exciting.
It's awesome.
As you are probably watching this, my first episode has probably already gone out.
Oh, I must watch it.
It's so exciting. I do a horrible fail. Like the PC and Quick has gone out now with a Let's Play of the Red Dead Redemption 2, and it is the first time they are playing it. As I am playing my Let's Play, it will be like my 6th time. So all the fails I will be doing will actually be quite embarrassing.
But are you doing a let's play of the story mode?
Yes, the story.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I feel like I can at least sort of unique myself in like trying to show like this is how you do it. Well, the fails are not how you should do it. But oh well, that's the fun part of the Let's Play, I guess. Seeing. But yes, that was my October. Mealy, what have you been up to?
Well, October is a really busy month at the headquarters, so I've been 100% keeping my face turned to my monitor because I've been editing and recording a lot of stuff, and also just making assets for other person marketing. Like for example, when we do little commercials online and stuff, I help out with assets for that sometimes, and the turnarounds, I do those on Instagram, and just a bunch of stuff. The headless playthrough took a lot longer time than I anticipated to make, so I've been working on that a lot. And we've also recorded another video that we were talking about in that video that will come out. I guess it will be about, hopefully, when is this going live?
Probably in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be 1 or 2 weeks from now, probably.
Oh,
Okay.
exciting!
Where we're talking about lots of exciting stuff, like what happened to Star Stable News and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
We
Interesting.
do like that info.
yeah.
Yes, we like info like that because it's
And
everyone is like, where did that go?
yes, and that's mostly my fault, and we will talk about that in that video.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. Except for that, I've had a week off because I have loads of vacation still to use before the end of the year, and I've been redecorating my bedroom.
Yeah.
And-
Great.
oh yeah, it's so much fun. I love doing it. And I've also been playing some Red Dead Redemption, and I said stream it, but you know the lies. So I've been playing it without streaming it.
Oh no! Oh, but I want to see you play it.
I am gonna stream it. Let me tell you though that you're not the only one who's failing a lot.
No.
Well, I mean, what I meant by that is that TC and Quickie do to feel that all new players do when they start to learn the controls and stuff. It's good. I did them as well when I started playing. I have no idea how many times I shot at people because I accidentally pressed the button. Oops! Like, oops, or beat them or something. I'm like, oops, sorry!
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I'm playing on PC though, so I don't have the same.
Oh.
I've heard that the controls on Xbox or PlayStation are a little bit. It's easier to accidentally shoot someone.
Wow.
Yeah, but I
Oops.
believe on PC it's easier to get off your horse when you want to do something else, and I feel
Yeah.
like that is just more annoying.
Yes, I don't know why, but they yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened to me a couple of times.
Maybe we can do a Red Dead Redemption 2 podcast. Totally happy.
Aw.
Yeah, but okay, so that was October.
Yeah.
Which is usually a very nice month, actually, but it just has been, yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was my birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
happy
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yes.
Yeah. So that was sorry for interrupting. It just
Birthdays. We like birthdays. How happy were you?
yeah
Wasn't it also Matilda's?
yeah.
Yeah.
So because we have for some reason we're born in the same month.
Aw.
Our parents looked out.
Yeah, I
Aw.
guess that's fine.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay, now to the topic which is most of the people are here for, which is
Yeah.
community theories. And first of all, we want to thank you all for the contribution of the theories. Sadly, we could not discuss them all because there were quite a lot, and it would be a very long video, which we do not have all that time. And some are theories that just born to be. Yeah. So I tried to have a little variation of topics here where we are going to talk about, and yes, we are not going to have any answers. And of course, Mealy is not going to answer if anything of this is correct, whatever we are saying, because she cannot spoil anything that is coming out in the future.
Or will I?
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Now I won't complain if you do.
I guess we'll just never know.
No, probably not. But are you ready to start the discussion?
Yes.
Yay! But first, PC, what are community theories?
Okay, well, my assumption would be when it comes to community theories, it's theories that the community themselves has sort of said, right, well, there's this thing in the game, we haven't been told anything about it, or maybe we know little bits and pieces. Let's try and build something around that, build a narrative. So that would typically be community theories to me. Like, I'm just going to give this an example. We do kind of talk about this particular thing later. The white hatches that used to be around, I used to have this own, and when I say it wasn't really a community theory, it was my own theory. These were actually fridges, and my horse, Dangercake, would store his cake in there.
Aww.
Yeah, basically, God help anyone who stole from those fridges because they would not last long.
Aww.
So, so
Cute.
that's like a little community theory, but more just like a little thing that I used to, like a little narrative I used to build around that. But like community theories, typically, I suppose everybody probably at some point or another has made one up, whether it's based on something else they've heard from someone else and they've maybe built on it, or something they've created themselves. So that to me is kind of what a community theory is.
Yes. And in some way, we are either going to sort of make our own community theories here, because the questions I have here is basically, well, people have asked us, what do we think about this? And we're just going to make our own little theories, or we're going to talk about theories that we have heard from others. It's just going to be a lot of talk about the game today.
Yay!
Enjoy! So, first one. And this is one that I think this is actually a theory among a lot of people. Is Mrs. X the lost Mayor Evelyn from Jarlaheim? What do you think?
I don't know. Is she? Usually.
I mean, who could it be if it wasn't? I mean, she's lost. She's a character that has been lost for a while.
Yeah.
And then we have this hooded woman in just the other county, just right beside.
Yeah.
Hasn't it said somewhere that she got lost somewhere around the same time the thing in South in Epona happened? I can't remember stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. so I feel that this is definitely a theory that could be true. And if not be, who could it else be? Do we have a lost character we can't remember right now?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to
Exactly.
say, but I do know who it is. And I think I can say as much as I think you guys also know who it is.
Oh.
But you don't know who it is.
Oh, wow, that was cryptic.
Doesn't make
I'm
sense.
confused. Could it be Mayor Evelyn or not? Like, I'm trying to think of who else, like, it could be. Or maybe it is. Oh my god. The lady you meet, is her name Mrs. Pike? Oh! She's there. She has nothing to do in the game. Wouldn't it be so much fun? But when the hood comes off, it is Miss Pike.
That would be really cool.
And she's holding a fish on
that would be so sneaky. Super undercover. No one knows who she is.
Exactly.
She's like, you thought I was a mere fisher woman.
Yeah.
Jokes on you.
That would
then
be
she
cool.
slaps someone with that fish. Aha! Smack!
Your fishy business ends here.
Oh my god.
It would be awesome if you had like super dorky one-liners like that.
After this, you will have a bone to pick
Yes.
from this fish.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
So that would just be a fun if that was the case.
That would be super fun.
Definitely.
But now it feels like it should be Major Evelyn, because she has been mentioned and not found. We have no idea what happened there. Oh, well, it could be that she is in the... We got to hear the story in Epona that something happened.
Yeah.
With GED when they were mining, some people lost. That she is still there and stuck in there for some reason. She could be there.
Yeah.
But then we have... Who is Mrs. X?
Who? Who is she?
Do you have a theory, TC?
To be honest, I didn't know this was a theory at
What?
all.
How could you miss this? Everyone is like saying it.
Yeah.
I didn't, so I was just like going, who's Mayor Evelyn? Like, I don't remember this. The only person I ever remembered in Ireland was Jack, and I thought he was a moron, but...
Oh god, it would be fun if it was him though.
So, I mean, I know Mrs. X, but... Yeah, no.
I would love it if he called himself Mrs. X.
Exactly.
That would be hilarious.
I wouldn't put it past him, to be completely honest. The things that he did whenever he drove that Jeep for me with the trailer on it, it was horrific.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
It could just be his cover to play dumb.
Yeah.
True.
And then,
Could be.
and maybe he's a woman. I mean, why not?
True.
No one knows.
No one does.
That's more interesting. Okay. Well, I feel that I think it is Major Evelyn. Otherwise, I wanted to be Miss Pike.
Yeah, yeah, same.
I also wanted to be Miss
Miss
Pike now.
Miss Pike needs a role. She's just steps there, says, hello, and then you never speak to her again. She needs a life in the game.
And she comes out and slaps. I love that she comes out and slaps you with a fish. That's so good.
Well, maybe not us, but I think more the evil men.
The bad guys.
Yeah,
the bad guys.
Goes and slaps them with a fish. It hurts to be slapped with a fish. Okay, moving on. And it seems I haven't heard of this theory, but when people say that now in the comments, is that was Justin's mother Catherine a Soul Rider?
I can say as much as you're going to find out very soon.
Ooh. By that, do you mean the we are recording after the first update of November, so we do know about the Asian fort that has suddenly appeared in Golden Hills Valley, and something about Soul Riders going up there for an adventure. There, so we're going to have to wait a few more weeks. But,
Yes.
Yes.
It's gonna be a while still, but you're gonna get the tea. Okay.
Now that you say that, I feel like, okay, are we going to have to wait until 2020?
You
can't
can't
say
do that.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm a bad at asking.
It's gonna be a little while, but not too long.
Okay. That's good.
So brace
I'm
yourself.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. We need to prep. We need to go train our horses and ourselves. Okay. Anyway, but do we think she is a Soul Rider? I think someone said that she has been mentioned in dialogues lately.
Yeah, she was mentioned in the last piece of story quest, I think. Elizabeth said something about I can't remember exactly what she said now. If you can hear weird things from my microphone, I'm sorry. Patrick is unwrapping our pad thai.
Okay. You might get some ASMR people.
I got it served now. I think she said something about not after what happened to Catherine or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was like very, very fuzzy, but she did. I think they did mention her.
Yeah. So is it really a theory though, or is it more like we're getting the facts?
It is a theory, and you're. I mean, in the community, it's definitely a theory, and you are gonna get. You're just gonna get to know so many things.
Oh,
that's all I can say. You're gonna get the tea.
Yay, tea
I
party!
feel like they're sort of torturing you right now that you can say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also so scared that I'm gonna leak everything because I do that on occasion.
Aww.
Yeah, it can happen. But okay, so what do you think, TC and CC? Do you think she's a Soul Rider, or is she just someone that has been around?
I think she might have been, for one reason, because Justin, he is, what's it called, like a horse whisperer?
Yeah.
So if he has that streak in him, maybe he got it from his mom. Other than that, I'm not sure, because it was a while I did the main story, so it's fuzzy.
Yeah, it's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
TC?
I do remember in quests whenever they said not after what happened to Catherine, so I feel like there's a high possibility that she could be. And if she isn't, then maybe she was a druid or some other way involved. You know.
I mean, she definitely must have known them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And they have lied to Justin and said that she died when in what is it called? Labor?
Childbirth?
Yeah. But do we think it was that early, or was he maybe even older? Could he maybe remember more than he thinks he'd do?
I didn't know.
This is kind of confusing. I was just wondering this. Imagine like she had been pregnant with Justin, and then she got hit by, like, let's say she tried to save one of the Soul Riders getting attacked years ago, and actually got hit with magic. So that she did actually die during childbirth, but it wasn't actually why she died.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, that was also kind of dark too. At the same time.
Sad.
Yeah. Wow.
But I feel like there's a big possibility. Right now, I think we are quite a lot when we're writing the stories and when we're thinking about what's going to happen about the characters. Like, we're trying to not shy away from dark topics.
Yeah, that's great.
Because it's exciting to go there. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to go to dark places, but I think that it makes the experience more real, because nothing's always just fine and dandy. Things are gonna happen.
Especially if you have this scenario, you gotta save the world. I mean, that it's gonna go bad. Sometimes.
Yeah, you're not gonna succeed always on the first try.
One of my favorite animes is a quote there says that you can't save the world without getting blood on your hands. That is brutal, but that is very true. Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we are all thinking she is a soul rider, and so do I, because we are slowly talking about, since we did start to know that Elizabeth was a soul rider as well. There are always 4 of them, so it would be fun to go and learn more. And we already know about Catherine, so it would be fun to hear if there is anyone else that we already know, or
Mrs. Pike.
Mrs. Pike is a soul rider.
Tiring everywhere.
She's not a voice whisperer. She's a fish whisperer.
Aww.
Awesome. Fish rider.
Wouldn't that kind of mean she potentially could be the one to speak to Garnock?
Oh,
kind of a fish.
That would be awesome. Yes.
That's why she's so quiet and alone.
This is what I'm doing on Monday morning. I'm gonna run over to the story department. I'm gonna be like, guys, what if Mrs. Pike could talk to sea creatures and she could talk to Garnock?
Yes.
They're like, who's Mrs. Pike?
No, trust me, we know who she is. She's been cooking up trouble on Jorvik.
Oh wow.
Not in the story, but with players, because there's always players who are like, I don't understand, this quest doesn't show up for me, and like 9 out of 10 times it's like, oh, you have to do the quest with Mrs. Pike.
And they're like,
and they're like, who?
Woman.
Oh, the always forgotten woman with a fish.
Yeah.
Maybe if you updated her, she would be more remember. Has she been updated? No. Yes.
We would give her a fish to hold.
Well, which is like really upset.
Wait. Give her the shark hat. Wouldn't that be cute?
Oh, Mrs. Pike is nearly.
I love that hat.
Or that you do a quest with Mrs. Pike where reward is the hat.
Yes!
Yes. Get the hat.
That would be
The hat,
awesome.
actually, it exists as a 3D.
What?
Because one of our artists had a Passion Friday and she was like,
I'm gonna make a hat.
That's awesome.
But I think it was never finalized.
Oh.
Then we need to like double check with like copyrights and stuff before we release this stuff. In
true.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, this is actually talking about songwriters and stuff. Could Alex's father, who is not in the game, we only heard of him like almost being like the bad guy. He left the family, saying nothing, left mother with a lot of children, and she's now ruined and everything. So he's like the bad dad. What if he was a druid and he left because he didn't want to put his family in danger? Let's twist this. What if
I
he
can actually
was a
join in on
songwriter?
this because I don't know this. So
Okay, nice.
this is exciting.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
excited
druid
about it.
business aren't really that dangerous. I mean, what do? They have a druid prison, that's about it.
You know, except fight the Garnock and stuff, you know. It's not that.
They don't send you around.
They send us. They just go fight, shoot, go and fight. You do that. They just stand there and bail day, especially with squirrel. little, I'm a little pissed off. Like, why do you even?
Or do they just show up when we're there?
Yes. Where are they?
It's the time-long question. Will you hear a tree in the fall if it falls in the forest if you are not there? Same with them.
Yeah.
Are they really in Valedale when you're not there?
Who knows?
Oh.
What would they do?
What do they do?
I want to know what they're doing.
I'm like, yeah, they trying to. So we have the dude that has the squirrels.
Spy Master.
The
Spy Master.
He's the dude with the squirrels. And then we have the druid prison. Doesn't really have that many prisoners anymore.
Just Justin.
That we know.
Yeah.
That we know. Okay. And then we have.
Was that
Avalon.
foreshadowing? Was it not? How will we know? We won't.
And then we have Avalon that just walks back and forth and requires really nothing. He does want a dog, I believe. I remember
He's thinking a lot.
He's
Yeah,
thinking
and did he like Dungeons and Dragons? Or did he just like, sneakily like, I'm not a druid, I just like Dungeons and Dragons to Rania or something. Quest.
I'm not really a druid. I use yeah.
Yeah.
I can't we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Avalon. I never use my real name. You guys know that.
Oh boy.
And I also like Dungeons and Dragons, so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
The evidence.
but okay, back. Do we think Alex's father or he's a druid? Maybe he's alive.
Who knows?
I'm gonna go with no.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because I don't know enough.
Yeah.
You think he's a deadbeat dad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh yeah, but then again, if we look on other sort of hero stories in Marvel and DC, all the heroes have something maternal, paternal, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Where the dad is dead, or the mom was mean, or mom is dead. Yeah. Like, there's no one really with a happy family that goes and be a hero.
Yeah.
So
I think, like, if you think from the writing perspective, and I have no clue about this, so this is just my thought. I think if you gave her father, like, an ultimate reason to leave them, it would make Alex less real and relatable.
Yeah.
Because it's probably easier to relate to her if she actually hardship from real life that is real and that can't be explained away with like, oh, he was trying to save them, he was really the hero, like I would almost be a little bit sad if it turned out that he wasn't bad or annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know if those words are allowed.
That's true.
I think there's probably a lot of like young people and kids that has maybe been through that one of the parents has left or for some reason isn't around. So I think it makes her relatable on another level.
Yeah.
But then this theory that was actually brought to us from a listener, maybe in a way, because we there has seen movies. They are like people that has lost a dad or a mother, and they sort of try, not knowing where they went, create a sort of image in their head of who they are. They are heroes or they are big superstars, which is like doesn't really save the fact that they left you. Like, yay, they're a superstar, they're away and they're rich, and they still left you behind.
Yeah.
So doesn't really sound right. But yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It could also be maybe. What if he is? Because I mean, we already have one Soul Rider who's also, or we have another Soul Rider who's also lost a parent. So two of them has lost a parent. Yeah. So it could. I mean, one of them could have another reason for not being around than that they left or passed away. We don't know.
We don't know. And this is just our theories. We are could be I mean, it would be fun to hear more, to see more druids in the game and hear their backstories.
Yeah, and what they're doing.
It's so sneaky. What they're doing in general.
I think the plan is to incorporate more of that. You know how we've been able to talk to NPCs and stuff lately.
Yeah.
I think we want to put more of that in there so that you can kind of build your own stories with them and also kind of just get to know them without there having to be a quest chain attached to it. Because what really takes time is making the quest chains. That takes forever. And if we're going to make a quest chain for every single character, you're never going to be able to get to know all of them.
Well, this game is going to be here for quite a long time, so why not?
But I think that it makes more sense for us than to prioritize like quests that you actually want.
Yes, that is very true.
Go fishing with Mrs. Pike.
Get to know her.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, people who loves game lore would be happy, but I do know there are a lot of people that are like just clicking dialogue to get to the action. They would not like it.
I'm one of them. I'm one of those players. No, I'm not even ashamed. I'm like, you give me the juicy bits or I'm like, I want the action, I want the emotions flying everywhere, I want danger, I want heroes.
And then to see you play horror games?
Okay. Maybe not that much action. Too much.
Oh my god, so funny. Okay, keeping to the druid subject. This was not brought to my comments, but I've heard it from, I don't remember who, so I'm so sorry if you're listening. I remember someone dropping this. Will Rania become a druid?
This I also don't know, so I can also be in on this. I would love that. I would love if she was that.
A new druid. Like, I could totally see, like, sort of either Avalon sort of, like, starting talking to her and go, like, you're smart.
Yeah.
Come on. Let me show you the other world.
Yeah.
Oh, I can show you
the world. Yeah.
Well, she is very wise. Yeah, she would just or no, I'm thinking of that Rhiannon.
Yeah,
Rhiannon.
Yeah.
But then she's not really a horse whisperer either, or is she?
I don't know. Like, because in a way, I guess you could interpret it that way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she treats Dellinger as her friend. She talks to him. It hasn't really been conveyed in any of her dialogues with Dellinger or with us that they're if they're actually talking or if it's just her talking to him. So we don't know.
Or if she has that same sort of talent with other creatures.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she would be very popular with the girl up with the bird.
Yeah.
With names.
Well, was it Cora?
Cora.
Yeah, I think it's Cora. Yeah.
Beeper.
Yeah, Beeper. Oh.
But she didn't with the wolves though.
That's true. True.
Yeah, she was just
but
guessing.
Maybe she hasn't had training yet. She doesn't know.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Wolves are just a very high level creature.
Could be.
True.
She needs to level up her druid.
Yeah. She needs to start with a frog or something.
Yeah.
Like rabbit alone.
The common earthworm. She's like, hi, how's the day going?
Okay. What do you think, PC? Do you think she's a druid?
I think she has the potential to do something like that. It's just she's very determined.
Mhm.
And anything she does, and nobody will stop her. So I feel like she's going to be more of a key character at some point, even more so than she is right now. So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if she went into being a druid, or if she was talking to the horses in the way that Rhiannon was. Something like that. I wouldn't be surprised, because I just feel like she just has that character build that she could.
Yeah.
I also feel like she could be one of those characters who isn't necessarily chosen, but who's like, what are you guys up to? And they're like, go away. And she's like, no. I'm gonna stay around.
Yeah.
She's a very cool character. I do miss her. I want more quests with her.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. It feels like we're all thinking like she could be druid. She could be. She's destined for greater things. I don't know. Greater things, but
and I want to add something. I think one interesting aspect is maybe because Rania is blind, so maybe that leads to her other senses being stronger. So, for example, her hearing and smell might be better than a person who can see. So maybe that's a way for her to connect more to nature in some way. So maybe that's a good way, a good strength to have as a druid.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a free. Oh god, I can't pronounce free trees. Wow, trees. A tree whisperer. Wow, that's so hard. So maybe she can like communicate with it's Sweden called urträd, the ancient trees. In English. Yeah, maybe she can talk to them or something, like talk with nature.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yes,
because she's really because she's really young, so it could also be like if she had any abilities, maybe she just hasn't discovered them yet.
Oh, and also she reminded of the blind earthbender in
Avatar.
The last in Avatar, Toph.
Yes.
Yeah, she is an awesome, cool character as well.
He doesn't take. Let's just say that.
Yeah, she's awesome. And Rania kind of has that feeling too, like really strong and independent.
Yeah.
Okay, we're leaving the druid factor and moving on to TC's favorite theme. This year was the second time Galloper Thompson is back for Halloween, and we sort of get snips and pieces of his life and dead life during the 2 weeks he is on Jorvik from Lost Souls that we have to go and collect soul shards for. Why do you think he is causing so much fear among people and horses even when he was alive? And
this is actually really... Yes, this is actually really interesting, because in the video that we're doing where we're talking about Star Stable, we're also going to... my computer is falling asleep. We're also going to be talking about his history, because during... and I was working on a project during Halloween where I was helping him tell his story via Instagram takeover. Sadly, it ended up not working out because Instagram, basically, there was a function that was there on my account when I tested it, but then it wasn't there on our official account, so then the story didn't make any sense, so we ended up not posting it. It might come out later if it starts working, but right now it doesn't. So that was really sad, because he was...
Yeah, that's sad. Aww.
It was quite fun. He... It obviously doesn't have eyes, so the pictures aren't great, but
it doesn't have a head. Or does he have a head? Is he carrying it around?
No, he's not. His head rolled away, and he did not bring it with him, as far as I know.
Maybe he's looking for his head.
No.
No. Okay. No.
I don't think he is. Maybe he's that too, but maybe he's really, really, really mad at Ewan Jarl. Hates him.
Because
they not friends.
Okay. They're
They
not.
have beef.
Maybe everyone is talking about Jarl being the greatest. What if Jarl was just not alone? Galloper Thompson was like his co-partner, but no one actually gave him any credit.
We're gonna tell you basically everything with the help of Linda, keeping the facts straight in the video that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna learn a lot about how he came to Jorvik, what's his relationship to Jarl is, and basically how he died.
Awesome.
Yes, please, I wanna know. Because
it's hard.
Hearing the dark stories from the lost souls, I'm like, this is a dark story. Tell me more. So I thought now that it would come, I get to hear more, but there was nothing more.
Oh, he's a really cool character. I love him.
Okay.
I love Idris more, obviously, but
I would like he was a little updated though. He's now outdated.
Idris or Thompson?
Thompson, not Idris.
I was like, how dare you?
I don't dare. Believe me,
I would love him to get at least some new textures.
Yes.
But it's also because all of those things are so noticeable now that we've finally kind of found our style. Now it's easy to see what's not our style. But yeah, he's really cool, and he's his horse, and he has a really good relationship to his horse.
Yeah.
She
like
everyone.
That is the only
but
horse.
him.
Yeah.
It's a she. I can say that.
Well, mares are special.
They are.
They are quite special. Because there was once Ghost that said that all horses was scared of him except that one horse.
Yes, and she didn't like anyone else but him. Instead, so
I can't wait for this video. Give me the video.
Yeah, I'm curious.
They were him and Jarl were good friends and had a good relationship up to a certain point where it kind of shifted. And I think I don't know about Jarl for definite, but I'm guessing that he's kind of indifferent to Galloper Thompson, but Galloper Thompson is not happy with Jarl.
Okay.
No, I'm not happy either because I'm with Galloper Thompson. Something tells me he was mistreated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that he was.
You can't move too much.
No, I'm trying. But it was more that they were kind of. I guess you could say they had both a private and a business relationship, and then they had like a falling out. I guess. And
oh my god, were they lovers?
No.
Oh, that would have been amazing, though.
Or as far as I know, they weren't. I mean, maybe I don't have the whole story.
That is true. Maybe we will get a second episode next year.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That would be amazing. Okay, so that was that. We are going to get to know more soon then about Galloper Thompson.
And you're also gonna learn why people feared him when he was alive. Because there's a reason for that. And when he was dead, obviously, I mean, he's not approachable.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. Well, he was dead, so yeah. But can us three sort of try to think of a way why he
I want to hear your theories.
Yeah, I have a theory.
Nice. Okay,
in terms of why people were scared of him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and say he was a murderer. I'm going there.
Oh wow. Okay.
He killed someone, or some people think he killed someone. But he actually didn't. And Jarl didn't say that people were wrong. That's why he's angry. That's my theory.
Okay.
Exciting.
Cici?
Yeah, well, my theory was since there is this story about the soul riders and the druids and the reincarnations with the good people, maybe it's kind of like the same with the bad people. So maybe he was a dark rider and he was on Garlock's side. He was taken by the darkness And his mare maybe was a dark horse.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's my theory maybe.
Exciting.
So he was just evil.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just evil. Okay, TC?
Yeah.
I feel like building on both of those because I feel like there's really good ideas.
Mhm.
Maybe like maybe he got into a fight with somebody and everybody thought that he murdered someone, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But he got horribly disfigured and he lost his head.
Oh.
No, I love that. It's just
And that's why he didn't go looking for it.
Like,
Mhm.
it's such a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, it's gonna be fun to see who was the most right. Probably none of us, which is really great.
Well, you're all a little bit right.
Ooh!
Cool.
Oh,
I'm so excited. Okay, next question. This is has been going on since the beginning of Star Stable's launch.
Uh-huh.
What is up with the white hatches around Jorvik?
Yeah, what is up with them? What?
I have already told you exactly why they're there.
Yeah.
So,
Smelly, what did you say? Do you know?
I know why they're there.
Ooh. Oh my god.
You can't say anything.
No.
Oh, will we get to know in the video?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so here's the tea on that.
Uh-huh.
This is both developer and community tea. So they have friends listening. No, I'm kidding. I think that they were put in the game maybe a little bit too early because the story with them is so far off.
Oh.
Like they have a purpose, but it's gonna take so long before we actually get there.
Okay.
It's a little bit like with Ashland.
Oh.
They're there, but it's like, why did we put them there? There's no point yet.
yeah.
Okay.
But I really want to hear what you think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all. TC said it was danger cakes.
Oh yeah.
If I was to give a more serious answer,
Yes.
maybe, I don't know, somebody related to Darkcore has been digging in tunnels throughout Jorvik so that Garnob can reach into Jorvik and destroy it. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's scary.
The
Well,
jury's
yeah.
like, oh, what is this? Oh, who cares? And walks away.
Suddenly a tentacle flies out and hits them.
Oh no. I feel like it's a good guess though, because that's the sort of things they do, right? They're like, hide it, nah.
Why? No one's
Pretty
gonna
sure.
Oh well.
I mean, like, most of the time in Jorvik, most of the NPCs are like, you do this for me, I can't be bothered. So,
Yeah,
they're not going to check the hatches.
No.
Yeah. But if you go up to the hatches and listen, they sort of sound like dryers. Like something is working in there, like. Bzzz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone up to them lately?
No, I
They
have
actually
actually.
make
I
a
have
sound.
never.
They
Okay.
make a sound. And so it feels like there's some kind of machinery in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on top of the hatches, this is what people have seen and drawn maps to. There is a star,
Yeah.
and in each corner they have put like a little ring. And someone has drawn has picked up a map and pointed out each hatchet on the map. And if you look at it, it is the same star.
Okay.
They're like mapped out as a star on. And depending on which hatchet you are on, they're gonna have that ring exactly on the same location they're gonna be in.
Oh.
Okay.
I have no idea how many hatches there are.
I don't know if that was the thought. A lot of the times people think we're way smarter than we are. Sometimes you see a theory and we're like, why didn't we think of that?
Oh, that's awesome.
We're like,
Which
that's
we are
so
getting
great.
to later.
Inspiration.
So
I have a theory of this. Like, I've been around so long, but I just felt like I feel like everybody's like pointing to Lost, the series. That there's someone down there pressing a button to make sure that Jorvik won't blow up.
Yeah.
that would be so sick.
That is what the nerds are doing.
That's what
they are
wow.
that button.
When they're not in Valedale. That's
Yes. They are in those hatches and just doing their laundry, maybe? Those are the laundry.
They're like, okay, get finished with your druid training. I don't have all day. I need to go push my laundry.
I have some laundry to put up.
Okay.
I guess that is my theory. It's the druid's laundry thingies.
Well, they gotta keep the robes clean.
Yeah,
So.
they are very clean.
I'm not confirming nor debunking this.
Okay, good. Dee, what do you think?
Well, I think maybe quite far with this one. I don't know if this is canon in Starship or not, but from the Starshine Legacy games, the first Jorvik games, they came out way long ago.
Yes.
There was like this origin story of why Garnet came to Jorvik, because he was this evil galactic villain, and he was being transported to a prison.
Oh.
But the prison ship was destroyed, and he fell down to Earth, and then he was sealed and trapped on Jorvik by the good guys, by Fripp and the druids. And so there is this alien side to it. So my idea is that these hatches might be the druids' work, that the druids might have put them there, and together they kind of like they covered Jorvik area and they covered Garnek's prison, and they work as a power, so that it's like a power shield. So like the evil aliens, seal, like a power shield. So the evil aliens that want to come to Earth and help release him can't, because it's the power shield.
So it's kind of. Have you seen Hero?
No, I haven't, but I want to.
They're kind of like that because they have a little bit similar kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
so that would make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, Garnock's not a nice guy. You wouldn't want more of his friends coming here.
Yeah,
That was very in detail, Cici. I'm like, wow.
I mean, because Fripp and Garnock, and they seem, as far as I know, seem to be like the only aliens here.
Yeah. Although Fripp is from Pandoria, is he really an alien?
Yeah. I don't know. Pandora is like a different dimension, so is that alien? Is that space? So it's like sci-fi. It's very fuzzy.
I don't think technically that Pandoria counts as a... I mean, of course it's some kind of space.
Yeah.
I guess. So you could technically say that, it's space, but it's also, like, we're also space.
Yeah.
So where do we draw the line at space?
Yeah, exactly. It's very fuzzy.
Okay. Hatches. Okay. So now we at least know that the hatches... Something tells me when something's gonna start happening with the hatches, they are going to change textures. Because they are quite old.
They're super old. It's also like, 'cause I don't know. Of course, since it's so far ahead, as far as I know, I mean, what I know now might not be what they're actually for when it comes out. Because I mean, a lot of our story, like you said now that you're not sure if some things are canon because they're Starshine Legacy. It is like some things, and it's like we're always working on our story and always like developing it. And some ideas are still like, from the Starshine Legacy time.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we actually get to that point, we're like, oh, but this doesn't really feel modern or fun or fresh or...
Yeah, exactly.
And so we change it. So we'll see. I'm also excited to see what happens with them.
Yeah. Quite some time.
They have. And they're so visible too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they also, you can hear them. Sound like dryers. So I do believe it's the druids' laundry stuff. That shine so they make sure to know where they are.
Or maybe maybe they're like the Dark Core have like they're trying to free Garnock, so they have like what's this called? Borrar?
Drills.
So they have drills, so they drill like 24/7.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But then, like, why are there a star on it? Because star is more druid themed symbol. I don't know.
There's something with that star.
Yeah.
So something tells me actually it's more from the druid side.
Yeah.
Unless it is undercover. And they're
Yeah,
trying
that's
to make
true.
it look like it's druid stuff.
True.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Here is a question for someone from the comments. Why have we only seen wild horses on South Hoof so far?
Because of developmental reasons, I think. South Hoof was the first time where we tried that kind of functionality. And I think there are obviously, I mean, we get to buy the Jorvik Wilds all the time, so obviously there must be wild horses somewhere else in Jorvik. I think as all the areas that we've unlocked so far and the way they're built, it doesn't really make sense for most of them to have wild horses.
No.
So I think that's the reason.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that as we keep on building the world, there are probably going to be clusters of wild horses, you know, living. They're not called clusters, they're called flocks, aren't they?
Herds.
Herds.
Yeah.
Cluster. Wait. Do you know what a herd of unicorns is called?
Is it the spell, right?
Yeah. No, it's called a blessing.
A blessing.
The blessing of unicorns. Isn't that totally adorable? I love it.
Did you know that? Do you know what a group of are called?
No.
A murder.
That's kind of like on the other spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, that turned dark.
But I thought that was really weird when I heard it.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. So that wasn't really a theory question now that I think about it. But I was interested to hear, like, why don't we have wild horses?
Yeah.
Yes, as you said, I think we're gonna see more.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It also makes sense with the story for South Hoof. Like,
yes.
A lot of the quests are about, especially with Madison, are about the wild horse, protecting the wild horse.
Yes, I wouldn't mind if that little area above Mistfall had some little wild horses, although we do not know how it's gonna look like. But it would be fun if it was.
It'd be nice.
Noted.
Noted. So moving on, the ultimate question: why, all of a sudden, is there a fifth Soul Rider? I mean, us.
Because nothing was getting done on Jorvik. No NPCs
Yeah.
doing anything, so we're like, we need someone else.
AD was like, you know what? Let me just fix it. You go.
Like, Alex has her problems, Anne was locked in Doria, Lisa has her problems, Linda has some her books. They're like, we need someone with less to do.
Yeah.
And then make them do everything.
Yeah, Lisa was also locked in Pandoria.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was. Maybe that was like our last test. Really, like plot twist. The druids tried to send Lisa and Pandoria to like get eggs or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they're like, oh, good. I need to make another one.
Find another one.
This one has all the powers. Now you can't mess up this one. Go ahead. Okay. But there are some. I believe there are some theories that saying that we are AD.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, like the reincarnation.
Yeah, a reincarnation of AD.
Oh. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Are we holy?
Ooh.
Are we God?
I got it, to be honest.
We did manage to fix an elevator in Dino Valley. I mean, we are basic God.
Yeah, true. That would be really cool.
Yes. So I think I've heard that theory that we're 18. What else have I heard? Now I can't remember.
And that is because as our character has like all the different circles powers.
Yes, we have everything.
Yeah.
and we can deal with the stone as well.
Mhm.
The little shiny stone that I can't remember the name of either. Is it called the lightning stone? No? Stone? Light stone? Sunstone?
Oh, the 18 spark, something. The 18.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
remember.
what was it called?
The shiny stone.
Yeah,
That's what it's
shiny.
called.
Was it 18's light or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
18
light,
light.
light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can the others deal with it, or was it just us?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
I like that I'm holding my hand out like I'm pretending I'm holding 80's light right now. Like,
Oh, that was cute.
I can hold the light.
I used to keep it in my inventory, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah, no, it's taken to my space. The light. It's in my closet. It's not
It
that.
is in the closet somewhere. It's not
Yeah.
like not much.
I just stuffed it in somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a special drawer in our stables where we put like the important stuff. Like here you can put the 80's light, the wand, and everything. Like the key to the tree house.
Oh, like a rune chest or something, like for special things.
Yes.
That'd be pretty.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Is it noted?
Yeah.
Okay. Any ideas why we might be why there is a 5th soul rider?
I mean, the aiding theory I think is pretty good. But the funny thing, when I read this question while prepping for this episode, the first question popped up in my head was like, how many dark riders are there?
Oh, we right now have
Yeah.
3, I think.
Yeah, so is there a balance? Like there's always the same number on both sides? I don't know where that is.
Getting another one.
Yeah.
Have they talking, well, they had Justin and thought he was a dark rider as well, but that turned out to be wrong. Was it in a quest or was it in a book where they talked about another one?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe, right, because they have to recruit Dark Riders, maybe we were a possible pick for that, and they were like, maybe we should bring them here so that they don't get taken by them.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting, like recruiting.
Maybe put in a situation where we have to choose.
So it's kind of like Star Wars, are you going to be Sith or Jedi? Like,
Yeah.
we're going to go... It's really cool.
Like I can see like a situation where they try to get us over there, but we actually won't be able to choose that. We will always choose the good side in the end. But it would be interesting if they had that goal to try.
Yeah.
I think that Mr. Sands did a really poor job if they were supposed to recruit us, because he's been super rude all along.
Yeah, that's so true. He's hated us from the beginning.
But then again, maybe he didn't know.
Oh,
That might have been above his pay grade.
Or maybe he's just getting tired from all these decades of being alive.
Or maybe he's like, she needs to have a thick skin, so we're just gonna put her to the test.
Well, that's going great right now.
He's like, you're dumb and I don't like you. And we're like,
I'm on the good side now.
he said I was a dum-dum.
Okay. Okay, so any more theories why there is a 5th soul rider?
Not really.
I think the ones that you have sound really interesting.
Yeah. I'm really leaning into Aideen's. Like we are like some kind of daughter of hers or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Ooh.
That we have a connection.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, last question revolving all of us. And this I want to put out a little, and TC is gonna put out a little warning. Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
If you haven't reached far into the game right now, like the latest story quest, you can jump from this time to this time to sort of get away from the spoilers.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about Elizabeth and what happened to her, which is she's dead.
Which she did.
I'm just gonna spoilers. She died. Very horrible, very sad. It was a shock to everyone. No one saw that coming.
Yeah.
But the big question is she coming back? And in that case, how will we get her back? One theory is that Idris 5-leaf clover might be what we need. What do you think?
I feel like it's a possibility that she could come back if...
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, like, whenever it happened, I was like, I believed it, but at the same time I was like, no, there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be some way. So maybe that thing about the 4-leaf clover is kind of just there to kind of give us some hope, but maybe there isn't any at all. So I feel like it's if there is anything at all, that's the only thing I can think of that might be it, because pretty sure we did kind of see her shatter in 2 million pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite horrible.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's quite brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She at least she decided to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
She did. Oh my, but yeah, how would we put her together like pieces? Do we have the super glue?
Wait. Oh, I just thought of the movie The Iron Giant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like in the end he sacrifices himself to save them, and he blows up in pieces, and then he's slowly reassembling himself. The pieces are going together, and then he just patches his up. And oh my god, I cry every time I see that. I'm getting emotional.
Maybe I can. When we were running around, trying to find our way out of there, and Alex was just sitting there being devastated. Maybe she grabbed something that was of Elizabeth, like a piece of stone or something, just to have something with her all the time.
Yeah.
And we could use that in the future to sort of reassemble her.
I know that in the upcoming continuation, we're going to learn a little bit more about this. So some of your questions will at least be discussed. Maybe not answered, but at least discussed amongst the characters. So.
Yeah.
But because now I'm a little not confused. I'm a little. Do they talk? Because they had a funeral.
Yeah.
Do they talk afterwards how they could get her back, or are they in a state where like she is gone?
Well,
yeah.
I don't think they did in the game. Really. Not touch it. I think, and this is just this is not written anywhere or so. It's just my own theories. I think Alex was probably very determined to get her, because she's done such a difference to her life, and I think that she feels like if she doesn't have Elizabeth to kind of guide her, she doesn't know where she's going. I think the others are kind of more trying to help cope with it, but I don't think that they've really discussed any like plan for in which direction they're going to go.
And they also sort of need to focus on Fripp. How? By the way, how are we gonna save Fripp?
Yeah, he's been sick for a while.
Quite a while, and he was just hit by a stone. Or whatever, he was
very small. He's very small.
Well, he's a very small squirrel, which he gets very offended when you call him a squirrel. Small hockey squirrel. But yeah, we sort of need to maybe focus on Fripp. Although Elizabeth was more worthy or more helpful than Fripp was.
Elizabeth was like the extra mom.
Yeah. Okay. TC, do you have any ideas?
I think the only way in my mind, as I said earlier, is just the 4-leaf clover, because I can't think of anything else that I've encountered in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if the 18's light that we have would be any use, probably not. But other than that, no, I think that's like the only thing I can...
Now, after Meli said that things have been put in the game, like the hatches that was meant for greater things, but they're very far away. Now I'm starting to wonder if they have forgotten about the 5-leaf clover. Does it even have a purpose?
We haven't forgotten about it.
Is it even a thing? Or was it just like, we're just gonna give him a 5-leaf clover and then move on?
No.
Okay, so the 5-leaf clover is a thing. Will it return in the future? You can't say that, I'm so sorry. You don't answer.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Hardest, okay.
Each thing has its time.
Yes, that is very true.
That's all I can say about this.
Oh, wow. Okay, anyone else that has anything to mention?
Yeah, I want to add some.
Oh, yeah.
About the 5-leaf clover, that was used by Idris because he got it as a gift from our player, and that is why it got huge powers, because it was given freely as a gift. And then that makes me wonder, how will that work? Will it work the same way? Because as a player, you are on the quote-unquote good side.
Yes.
And Idris is kind of sketchy. Is he on the bad side, or
he's an anti-hero?
Yeah, he's kind of like So he's kind of like this Pandorian weirdo.
So, really doesn't care.
It's really hard to place. So I mean, then it's like the good giving to the like non-good. It's kind of whatever. And then because the good side want Elizabeth back, so would that work if it's good? Given to good, would that make it even that powerful? That is my kind of concern.
Yeah, then again, it was Idris giving us the 5-leaf clover to go and give to Pi. So actually Pi
true. So Pi had, okay, right, that was a while ago.
It was a very long time ago. But I remember everyone Idris 5-leaf clover. Actually, it is Pi's right now, because it's in her possession.
Yeah. And maybe
she not said anything about it.
Maybe she used it to make the dark horse.
Yeah, that is what I'm thinking. That she needed it to make the dark horse.
So I don't know about it. Also, I'm kind of torn about Elizabeth coming back, because it was very powerful the way she went, and it made such an impact. So if she come back, would that kind of in a way undo that? And would it kind of like it's hard to pick the right words, but kind of like it's hard to describe the feelings.
It was sort of lessen the impact of it.
Lessen the impact, like make it like
it's okay, she's back.
Like it's okay if you love someone enough, then you can just make them come back. But no, if you die, you don't come back. That's about dying. So,
but then I have another idea. We have ghosts on the island.
So maybe she can be like a guardian ghost.
Yes, she will be a ghost, and maybe that is why they're going to the fort. The fort where they can find her ghost. The fort, because that's like a holy place where no one goes anymore.
Ooh, I love that. That's a good idea. Yeah.
I have two. I have two things that I would want. I would not, and this is also again my own thoughts and opinions. I would not want her to come back for the same reason that you mentioned. I think it would lessen the impact. I think it's good that we also touch like with Alex, that we touch upon really hard subjects and don't try to make them like there's always a way. Like sometimes there isn't. Like sometimes people die. And nothing's gonna fix that. And another reason why I don't want her to come back is a purely developmental thing. I think her model is really ugly. There, I said it.
Oh wow!
I don't want us to use it anymore. I want it to be gone.
Oh my god!
What if she came back a lot better?
If we have then I would be like a little bit more okay with it. But right now,
like Justin's horse, going from a moose to a pig back to a very fancy Hanoverian, I think it was.
Yeah.
maybe that's why we gave Pie the clover. She's gonna call us up. She's gonna be like, "So I cooked something up."
Yeah.
Question before
Yes.
we're turning back. Can we talk about the stones around the fort?
Yeah.
Like having a where we just blah about it. Have you seen them all? Not all.
No,
but
I
have you
haven't seen
some?
them.
Then we can't talk about it. Darn.
Well, I can say this much.
Yeah.
See what everyone's going to say about the new stones, because we kind of want to develop them a little bit more to have their own kind of graphical language. And the stones we already have also kind of look like,
You know, rune stones?
yeah, exactly, like the traditional
Oh,
runes
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like makes a little bit of sense because the people who were kind of Viking-y
Yeah.
in a sense, but it's also a little bit, to me, a little bit boring, and I think that there's definitely a lot that we could do with them that would be much more fun than just that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what you think. You have to go check them out.
Yeah. but
Like,
I have-
are they in Waledale or?
No, you have to go to Golden Leaf Stables, and
That.
that part where you used to take the boat, you can ride over now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you
Okay.
can ride up the mountain.
Yes, you can ride
Oh.
around up there, and I do believe that later on we'll also be
Okay.
way up to the fort. This is
Ooh.
not record. No. Oh well.
Okay, I need to check that out later.
And I can do say that some of there are one stone with runes that has horses on them. And
yeah, I saw
they
those.
look like Icelandic horses, which is
They do.
so
Yeah.
happy.
I actually have a friend that Evangeline Kingborn.
Yes.
Oh,
who
yeah.
make the sneak dress on Instagram.
I always
She's
go in a light
awesome.
specters.
Yeah,
Yes.
so cute and so sweet.
Yeah.
So she made we made the stones to look like fjord horses and sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, I love you." So sweet.
I think that they're based off older concept art, actually, because I have some vague memory of having seen that.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's further on going to have like a meaning, or like the specific horse, or if it's just for pretty.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's not just for pretty, although it's very pretty.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the druid, so it probably has some sort of meaning, but I don't know
Yes,
if it's gonna be conveyed to us.
But I can say I have seen the stones and I really, really liked it.
Oh, cool!
It made a really more feeling of like this is an ordinary place, but it still had like when I saw the stones, I was like, oh, this is magic here.
Ooh.
Oh,
Which I don't
exactly.
usually, yes,
Oh,
which I don't
so
usually
excited.
feel
Watch
with
it
the
out.
normal rune stones because they're like, oh yeah, a rune stone, and then I pass it.
And they look new and magic-y because they kind of like blink.
Glow.
A little bit. Yeah, they do.
Ooh.
Yes.
They sound so pretty. I wanna
Yeah,
check
you have to go.
them
They're
Later.
really cute.
Okay, so
Yeah.
moving on for the questions to our lovely guest. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the first question. We have received questions about locations that people can't find, but are in the list of locations that should exist in the game. I can't remember an example right now, but there are some. Now they wonder, do they actually exist and are hard to find, or is it a mistake?
I don't know.
I wonder if we will ever have the answer.
I think, and this is just me thinking out loud, could be that it's places that are coming but hasn't been released yet, and it's like sort of an in-game tease. Or it could be that it's places that are coming and then they accidentally came with when they put some other places in and they were like,
Now they're out. Oh
Oopsie.
well.
well, they're out
Mm.
now, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Okay, so sadly we can't give you an answer on that.
No.
They're probably not in the game because if they haven't been found, I mean, it's very easy to find stars.
Yeah, if no one's
Yeah.
found it, then I'd be more inclined to say that they don't exist yet, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can change name too. I mean, wasn't that how it
Yes.
was with Epona? It changed name. No, it was Mistfall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was gonna be named Furfall or something.
Yes. Yeah, but we changed it to Mistfall because we thought that Fearfall and Feargrove
Oh yeah.
were very alike. Yeah, and we kept saying it wrong all the time while we were developing it. Everyone kept mixing it up. And then we were like, okay, this isn't confusing for us. Then how is it gonna be for the players?
Yeah. That's a good call.
Yeah.
So we changed it, yeah.
Okay. Next question. As we recalled in the beginning, you did a small called Myths Bust, where you basically told us if a mystery or community theory was true or not. Why did it end? Did you run out of mysteries?
Yes. That is the short answer. I ran out of mysteries.
Oh no.
So it's not dead. It's just that I haven't. Yeah, it's on hold until I get another mystery, and then I'll pick it back up.
Do you have? Do you want people or players to give mysteries to you?
Absolutely, send them in. People are still sending things in to me, but most of it's like I've heard that you're gonna release a Bay and Illusion.
Okay.
We've shown it, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they are too easy to bust.
Exactly. Yeah. Most of it's not really myths. It's more things that people just want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do appreciate it when people send in things that hurt. Because one of the reasons that we started with it was because there have been occasions where someone's heard something or. And then they start talking about it to other players, and then it becomes like a truth in the community, and people are like, this is what happened. And then we're like, no, that's not at all what happened.
It wasn't like that with the quarter horses being faster or something. Like everyone was talking about a horse being faster, and I do. You didn't do a mispass about it, but I remember Starstick always coming out saying like, no horse is faster than the other.
No horse is faster than the other.
Yeah.
And I think that there was, and I'm not sure about this now, so don't quote me on this, but I think there was some bugginess going on with the jump.
Yeah.
Or something. Something like that, which was fixed. So everything's, but all horses are the same speed.
Yeah. And now I've heard, like, some people are like, oh no, fix so they are faster. But I'm like, why do you want one horse to be faster than the other? Isn't it more
They're not fair. They were never faster runners, ever.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Was it just because the jump animation was faster? Because like I did use that particular horse when it came to like championships and stuff, because everybody did.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you're basically just left in the dust.
Yeah.
But it was more to do with the jump animation being faster than the actual horse itself.
Everyone said they jumped lower but longer instead of higher.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm not 100% sure exactly what was going on, but I know that there was something.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of people asking me about it, but at the time, I don't think even we knew for a while exactly and I'm not sure even if I am allowed, but I think that there was a time where we were like, people were like, it's faster, and we're like, no, it's not. And then people were like, yes, it is, and we're like, no, it's not. And they're like, yes, it is, and we're like, there are a lot of people saying it is now, so maybe it is, I don't know.
Yeah, because like every single racer, every single one I knew, it was quarter horse or nothing, because like I found that too. If I was to run the same course with a different horse, I'd not get the same time.
Yeah,
I just couldn't do it.
I haven't been at the champs now that it hasn't been fixed. Is it more varied with breeds? Has anyone been there?
I still
don't know.
I think people are still using the quarter.
Yeah, because I feel like one of them, the animation was changed. Like, because painting the quarter of the same model, but I don't know if they both had their jump fixed.
Oh.
And that's why I'm thinking some people still use one or the other. I don't remember, and I haven't, I used to race every single day for years. I don't do it anymore, so I am kind of out of the game, if that makes sense.
I do think that they are all the same model, and they all use the same animations. So if it's changed on one, it's changed. It should be changed on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
So
far as I know.
So if anything, we did bust a myth here in some kind of.
Yeah. Well, except for there was a while where wild was slower, and of course the ponies were slower before, but now everyone's up to speed.
Yeah. They're all up to speed. Unintended. Okay. Next question: can the community theories give you guys at Star Stable Entertainment ideas for future content?
Of course. Of course. We love it.
Has it happened? Like, can you give an example? For something we already have in the game.
I'm trying to think of something.
Something that is coming. Nope.
I do think that there are some things that have been, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I do think that there have been times where people have been talking about something in the community, and then our game devs have been like, "Oh, that's really clever," or like, "We're gonna use bits and pieces of that," or something like that.
Okay.
But I can't think of something now at the top of my head. But there are things. Oh, and I know also that that there are some quests where we've used like internal jokes first of all at the office, and then also sometimes quotes. I think almost, or not quotes, but it's like I'd say like ideas that players have. Maybe made like a story or something on their Instagram or said something, and then we've kind of based it. We never, of course, takes anything straight off. Like we base it on something and then we change it up a little bit often. And it's more the like the base idea. If it's something that's really good and it makes sense, like why not?
Yeah.
But I do know that there are some there's I can't quest, but I think there's one quest where it's like. So I remember just someone said something that we thought were really funny, and then we like kind of borrowed it.
You borrowed it. You gave it back later.
Yes. No, it was some sort of fun stuff that we were like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Okay. Now that you have been here talking, so this goes for you, but also at the people at the office. Is it harder to enjoy community theories because of your knowledge of what will actually happen?
I would say that depends on what kind of person you are. I think, for me personally, I think it's really fun when you, or maybe it's with anything, but it's really fun when you know something or you plan something, and then to see for others guessing what it's gonna be or like what it's gonna look like. It can sometimes be really, really, really fun.
Yeah.
It's sometimes hard when you work with something and you look at it all day, every day.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit blind. Yeah. That was my puppy. Hello. Boring.
Yeah.
Cute.
So you get a little bit blind. And sometimes you're so into what you're currently doing and the story that you're currently building that you kind of overlook or like don't remember, or you just look at it from like one side. But then it's so interesting to see what you guys who don't know the whole story and you don't know everything that's happened or will happen or where it's going, you like have a much fresher view on a lot of stuff. And I think that helps us a lot because we sit literally, a lot of us sit every day and we just check everyone's Instagram accounts, and like I love their role playing accounts, and like I know that our writers hang out a lot on the role playing accounts and seeing what people are actually talking about and what you do with your character and what you like doing with your characters and what you wish was in the game but that isn't, and a lot of the time that sparks ideas of either stories or functionalities that we can actually make that you guys would enjoy. So a lot of the times the things that we release actually comes from you guys. There's the only things that we really build, I'd say, without consulting you guys first, is a lot of the story. And that's basically it. Like, otherwise, everything that's released is either necessary for future updates, or it's something that you guys have been asking for.
Has anyone ever guessed exactly what you were going to do with something, and you have gone, what? Whenever you have read it?
No. I don't think for me. Maybe someone else has had that experience, but I don't think I've ever seen anything. Not that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
One day it will happen.
One day. But one thing, because we try so hard, like with puzzles and making things hard, and we're like, haha, this take them a couple of days to finish this, and it's always like someone comes the same day and they're like, okay, it was 4 hours this time, someone cracked it. And we're like, oh, gosh, dang it.
You're so smart.
Guys, we tried so hard.
Oh yeah. Okay. So last question.
Oh yeah, I guess my reply to that question was I enjoy it. I enjoy it more now, I think, than before.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because it's also, but maybe that. Sorry now for rambling on the question.
No.
But I think also since I work there now, and sometimes when you have like amazing ideas, since I stalk all of you guys, I can directly like run over to them and be like, "Oh, someone had this great idea. We must do something like this." So I think that's also one aspect that makes it really fun. That I'm in a very lucky position where I can do something with it. So yeah, I enjoy it more.
Me and my brainstorming quest ideas. I do hope for some results in the future, by the way.
We'll see.
The last question. Is there a myth right now that we can bust right now? I want it to be about snow.
Well, I can't bust the snow right now. I know that there is an episode. My dog is sticking my toes, sorry.
She's trying to bust you right now.
It's like, play with me.
You're so
sitting. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, snow. There is an episode I think that me and Matilda did of something like last year or something where we were talking about it. But then there's also coming a video about it.
Oh,
because even the developers were like, we need to sort this out once and for all.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
So they're gonna come on and camera and talk about it, why things are the way they are, and what it holds. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna work on when I come back from my vacation. So we haven't actually established like exactly what we're gonna say, but I'll be the one working on it. So I know that it's happening because it's a task I have.
that is good. So there will be more myth busting in a way in the future.
Yes, and of course, if you have a myth that you've heard, send it in to Ylva Potatoheart on Instagram in a DM, and I'll because I read through them. So if there's anything in there that I can bust or confirm, I will.
Yay! I want more.
Nice.
It was fun.
Yay! Yeah, it was really fun to make them. So.
Okay, I think we're done with this topic.
Woo!
Oh, it was so much fun. I
Yes.
am so glad with how much we actually managed to discuss. Even though I myself am not really good with community theories. Like I can hear from other players, but I'm not really good at making them up myself. I just wait for continuation.
Same here, to be honest.
I'm a boring adult. Give me a break.
Yeah, same.
But once we are put now in this situation, we do have some ideas.
I also think it was really interesting to hear what you consider to be community theories, because I think from our end, sometimes community theories are, like I said before, like someone heard something and then it's suddenly, all of a sudden it's true. While it isn't. We're like,
for me it's like both. There's like in a way because they could literally be just so out there, not gonna happen ever, but it's just a nice thought, and then you have the ones where you're like, that actually could be true. Or maybe is. So
I love when the community has theories. I wish I could keep up with it more, because I think that it's such an important part of the community, and I think it keeps and it helps kind of us in the way I see it. It helps us a great deal, and it also helps keeping the community alive, because it feels like then people have something to talk about and discuss and like kind of try to wrap their heads around, and then it becomes like something that is way past what we are, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is true. I feel I wish I could see more community theories, because maybe I am playing less because of that. I'm playing less and not having a club, or sort of I'm not really communicating that much with players, that I'm missing a lot of theories, but I still would like to hear more, so
yeah,
you have theories.
Oh yeah, you can even tag me posts or something, you who is listening, if you have Instagram posts or whatever, or on YouTube, like if you tag Star Stable, we will see it.
Ooh.
Cool.
We hang around a lot. We watch you guys. We think you're super funny.
I'm like, Illuminati is here.
Yeah, but like
you guy.
Sometimes we show you guys we share them at work all the time. You guys' videos and like your posts, and we're like, oh, look at this cute thing someone made, or like, did you hear this theory? Isn't it amazing? Or stuff like that. So tag us and we'll see it. If you have anything interesting, or you have interesting theories and you want to go on camera and ramble about it for 20 minutes, I promise you I will watch it.
Yay! Oh, I'm hoping for more videos. You hear that, guys? Go and tag.
Yes!
I want to hear them too.
Make more!
Make more community theories.
Yes!
Okay, moving on to our favorite and least favorite update of the month, October, which I would like to say holiday month, almost. Who wants to start?
Me!
Yes! What was your favorite?
So predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I have a couple of things to say about it. The first thing is, I loved the outfit that we got this year from the Soul Shards. I thought it was very, very pretty.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You didn't get it?
I am a working adult that also a cowboy at night. And I wanted an Ermagerd and not clothes. Sue me.
Well, it wasn't that hard, because I just looked up on the Jorvik walkthrough website for all the ghost locations. Or was it Jorvikipedia? It might have been Jorvikipedia. It was one of the
Yeah.
So I would just go to the Soul Shard location, didn't even have to talk to the ghosts, so it wasn't really a big thing to do.
Are you trying to say that I was lazy?
You were lazy. It was Halloween.
It was purple, and I didn't want it.
Purple is best color.
Yes. So I liked it. The only problem is it obviously it didn't have stats, but yeah, I actually didn't expect to like the new horses, which might come across. No, not the curlies. The
Halloween
horses.
Yeah.
And the reason was because you know what I'm like, I was just like, I'm gonna say this is my source of a wish, so I'm not gonna say that, but I was like, I don't get this. And then, I think it was Alex was like, well, think about it, it was like a mushroom, like fungus grows on dead things, it's kind of like a zombie horse, and I was like, okay, I will take that. But when I saw them in the game, I really liked them. I really, really, really liked their natural colours.
Yeah.
So I was like, I actually am a bit in love. I like them even more than the actual fjords.
Ooh.
Now.
Ooh.
So.
Now you
okay.
Yeah. So I was like, initially I wasn't that keen, but no, actually, I really like them. But funnily enough, actually, my least favourite was also within the Halloween update, which might be surprising. My least favourite thing, it wasn't the pumpkins themselves. I actually kind of enjoyed that, although like the timing thing, kind of, and the problem there was with the login, because like if you logged off, then you'd have to wait another 40 minutes to get back on and so forth. That was a bit tricky, but what I wasn't happy about was the outfit that you got from that. I was like, I don't get how it's got anything to do with Halloween, because it said bewitching Halloween hat, and there's
Except
nothing
that it
Halloweeny
said-
about it.
Oh. Did it say something about Halloween? Because I was like,
it said bewitching Halloween hat, and it was like an aquamarine like winter's hat, and I was just like, what is this?
I actually don't really know even what outfit we had this year for that.
I have a picture, but I will post it afterwards so you can see it. But yeah, I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I was like super hyped, and then I got it, and I was like, wait, what is this?
I didn't get it. I aimed for the jacket, and I was so happy when I got it because that one looked good. Jacket.
Just for me, I didn't get it. I didn't get what it had to do with Halloween. That was the thing. It just kind of lost me. Like last year, we got Galloper Thompson with the shards. This year we did get the purple thing. So maybe it was kind of a case of, well, they've kind of got this soul shards. They'll be fine. But I was kind of like expecting, you know, maybe like a pumpkin themed outfit or something, and then it wasn't really anything, and I was kind of like, oh.
You want
it makes sense. That's good feedback, though.
Yeah, I wanted it to make sense. And it didn't make sense to me. So that's why it's my least favorite. I was like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it.
What did you say was your favorite again?
Favorite? I enjoyed Halloween this year, I guess, because it was just nice to have a couple of new things, because the last couple of Halloweens have kind of been same stuff. So it was nice to have something new.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot that needed ironed out with the pumpkins a little bit, because people did not know what was going on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions. I was like, I'm trying to figure it out. But,
yeah.
So, yeah, I think I did enjoy that, you know, we could do something different, and I thought the pumpkin thing was fun, because it was fun working out, like, if it was good, like, when it attacked me for the first time, I freaked out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, like, I thought that was good, and having to work out, you had to kind of stay in the, like, misty area for it to work. Like, I liked that, because it made me try and work out things.
Yeah.
You know, that was, the time thing was too odd to work out, if that makes sense, because of the 8 seconds, then going to 20 minutes, then going to 40 minutes. If it had been 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, then 20, and then 40, then it would have made sense to me, but in that respect, that part was too weird. Like, I didn't get that.
I actually think also that was it was something there that didn't work the way it was intended to. So I'm not surprised that it didn't make sense, because it was. I think it was supposed to make sense, and then wrong, and we were like, oh, doesn't make sense. No. Well, it's too late to fix it now.
Yes, no, let's see how they do.
We're like, you're on your own.
So I liked that was new and that was different, and there was things to work out and figure out, like, how to cope with the pumpkins, because I think I explained it to somebody, and I literally spent about 10 minutes explaining it to them, and then they went and did it, and they're like, what? It's just so, it was funny, because I was like, I thought I explained that pretty well, and they're like, yeah, but I still, like, I didn't really click until I went in and realized how complicated it was, but I enjoyed that, because it was a challenge.
Oh, that's great. I was the test person when the was building.
Oh.
Yeah. So he came sneaked over to mine and Esma's desk, and he was like, "You guys want to try something?"
No.
We were like, yes.
Yeah. So, like, I think if it was to come back next year, I'd like to see maybe on different days, different locations within Golden Hills Valley. I'd like to see kind of venture out a little bit. Things like that, and then the reward makes sense. Like, the gourd pet made sense.
Yeah,
but the rest of it didn't. The rest of it, I was just like, what?
Oh, that's really good. That's super valuable feedback. I'll make sure that he gets it.
Yeah.
I can take over and say it. Well, first off, my least favorite was the birthday celebration.
Oh,
that XP though.
I didn't get it because I was working, and I felt like, I'm good. Because it was nothing really new. It was oh yeah, that thing you can bring NPCs on your horse and ride around. I didn't see why, but there were some people that liked it. Yay for them! I was just not the person for that. I was like, okay.
I kind of agree with you there. I didn't really. I was just kind of like, other than Avalon, like, I like Avalon because he's like one of my favorite NPCs, and I find him very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But as for, because it didn't do anything, like, if it had given you, let's say, if you take them for a 20-minute jog around while you did your dailies or whatever you were doing, and you came back and you got like 100 XP, even if it was just once a day, it would have made sense.
Yeah,
Because I was like,
cool.
I was like, yeah, I just want XP. To be honest, but I was like, it just didn't really serve any purpose outside of anybody that really is invested in those characters. I did take Avalon for a little bit, but other than that, I didn't go back and do anything. The only thing I was focused on was birthday races and the birthday outfit.
Yeah.
With the gold horseshoes.
It was just not that much. But then again, I can understand because it was the 8th birthday. I'm really looking forward to the 10th because I'm thinking that is like a big celebration. 2 years ahead.
Awesome.
No pressure.
Okay, and then my favorite was the pumpkin hunt system, especially the reward system. I really like that we could see how much we had to gain to get something we really want, and also that it still had a sort of lottery system, but we could not get doublets.
Yes, I have to say that was such a good thing. Please do that again.
Yeah,
because
that's also from feedback from you guys. So because the thing is, before we haven't had a system that could handle that, and we haven't had the capacity really to put anyone on rebuilding that. So we've been like, yeah, we know this needs work, but it's like we can't right now. But we really want it. So for this, since he was building it, I think he was aware that. Because I think Stacy and her team were very like we need to get this done now. So it was very much because of the feedback that we've gotten from you guys that it was possible at all. Because the things that you are the most verbal about are the things that are more likely to be more like higher prioritized. Because we have to prioritize what's most important, and if something is super important to you guys, then that will also go up that list. Of course.
Because it was really great to not have the duplicates, but it was also nice that if you had some extra ones, that you could use it for XP. I loved that. Yeah. Because I literally spent the days after I got the outfit going and continuing doing that.
Yeah, same.
What I maybe then could contribute as being that person that doesn't have the time all the time. I didn't have. I sort of really had to plan. Like what I got from those 2 weeks was the jacket, the pants, and the Ermagerd. That's all I managed to get. Ermagerd! I can't remember what the real name is, so it's Ermagerd. So I would have liked it if I understand that you wanted to try this time system, but for me it would have been a lot nicer if I got to do at least 10 more sets, 8 seconds apart. Yeah. So one night.
I think they got the feedback from that, honestly. Like, because sometimes we're working a little bit in the we're like, this might work. And then we put it out and we're like, oh, that didn't work at all. But then, I mean, when it's out, it's too late to do anything about it. So then we're like, okay, we're gonna jot this down somewhere and keep it for next time. So I do think that feedback got to the developers. So
but at the same time, I can understand that you have to balance it because I'm like one of the few like adults playing this game that comes home late and has other adult duties to do, while we have the children that comes home from school and have tons.
We have exactly. We have both.
I have a question. What is right? Whenever I was doing it, because this kind of relates to what Rose just said about the time delay. How long are you on Star Stable before you get booted off? Because I was doing the 40-minute ones one night, or was it 2 days in a row? And I was sitting on, and I would make sure I was active every once in a while, but at one point I got kicked off, and I couldn't understand because it hadn't been long enough to get kicked off. Is it based on how many people are on?
It's server load probably has. I'm not sure about this, but I would guess that something to do with it. Like if maybe it makes the time shorter if there's a big server load, and it notices you being inactive. But I honestly don't know exactly how that system runs and what are the criteria for you being kicked. I don't know.
Because I thought that it was difficult because Star Stable typically, from my own experience, kicks you off before that 40-minute mark. So it was like, if I'm having to wait for 40 minutes, I'm gonna get kicked out if I'm not running around. Every once in a while.
I'm not sure it was supposed to be 40 minutes. Like I don't.
That was quite long.
It was. And I think I'm not sure that was the intention from the start. And this is just now from bits and pieces that I heard. That I think it was supposed to be shorter, but then I don't know what happened or if something happened. But I think that it definitely got through. That like, okay, it's a little bit too long, maybe.
So, because I literally was, you know, that shed behind Jasper's.
Yeah.
In the pumpkin farm, I kept going in there and just putting myself in the corner, and I would have Star Stable on the other screen while I was editing, and then I would click on Star Stable for Ben come back, and I thought nobody will come in here. Nobody. So many people came in and just stared at me, and it was like all I could see was me just like hunkered down, staring in the corner.
Oh wow, like the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know how many people I scared that night.
Like, you know, the girl in the stable. No,
that was me.
In the shed. That's the new.
That was me.
Just standing there singing. Goddamn girl. Okay, Cece, what was your least favorite and favorite update?
Yeah, least favorite. Well, I do agree with the pumpkin chase. It was a bit frustrating with the time. But then again, as we have just said, it wasn't maybe, you know, really intended to be like that. So that makes it like... Well, it was frustrating then, but I have a better understanding now. So yeah, maybe there was one update with the field of view camera.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, so I
love it.
Yeah, I kind of like halfly picked that one because I don't have anything to say about it. So yeah, so I don't know if it's for me yet. So I'm like, yeah, it's good, it's here. I'm not sure if it's for me.
More creativity for everyone except me.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, I need to try it sometime.
Okay.
So yeah, it was but my favorite, I don't think it's a surprise to anyone, but it was the Halloween fjords. I love them. It's so awesome.
The only miss was none of them were purple.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like I'm still waiting for my Pandoric.
Yes, exactly. We're still waiting.
We're waiting.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
That Pandoric fjord.
Yeah. I also love the black cat with the yellow eyes. I always wanted one of those in game. Because I know a cat that looks like that in real life. Called Sophia, and she's the funniest cat ever. I love her, and she cured my fear of cats. So yeah, I love her so much, and I'm so happy that I can have her in Star Server now.
Yay! Yes, I want to do some honorable mention, which is the Curly and the cats.
Yeah, Curly's too. They're awesome.
The Curly are really cute and very well done.
So sweet. I really like the person.
I feel like that is something to say because just about the Curlies, because actually they were added this month, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because I have to say, I feel like the only thing I didn't like, and it's such a little thing, was the Gallop. Other than that,
the fast one or
the fastest one, because you remember, I think it was Crick talked about the stretching that was going on. Yeah, that was the only thing that I actually didn't like.
Also, I liked the hind legs. It was kind of like droopy for me.
Yeah.
I think I feel like that it looks like the butt, the whole back part is sort of drops.
Yeah, I think someone commented like, "Oh, that's make them better Western horses," and I was like, "Okay, I don't know anything about Western, so
exactly."
I guess so. Yeah.
I have because I was in the development of those as well. We commented on that, and before we released them, we were like, "This is something that is potentially not going to be well liked." But there were other things that we thought were more important to fix before, and now after release, I am positive that those things were more important to fix or like change. So we had to prioritize, and then we were talking about this exact thing because I flagged it. I was like, I think this gallop, it looks a little bit, the butt is wobbling a little bit too much, in my opinion. But then we decided, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna say this now. We decided that we're gonna see what you guys think.
Okay.
And then if there is a lot of people really dislikes it, we'll go back and another look at it when we have time. But for now, we decided to leave it. Because sometimes, I mean, I am very picky. I'm very picky when it comes to horses. Very, very picky. Which is also why I was in that project.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But sometimes I am too picky, if that makes sense. So sometimes you have to like assess, like, is this me being equestrian picky?
Yeah.
Or is this actually something that is going to bug the players? Or that looks weird? Because sometimes I can be like, don't like the angle of that ear. You know, and then the animators are like, yeah, it probably makes sense, but do you think that it's more important than the stretching in the hind leg? And I'm like, I think it's about equal. And then they're like, do you think other people will notice? And I'm like, well, when you put it that way, I don't know.
I didn't actually mind the wiggle because it reminded me of the thoroughbreds, and that's one of the endearing qualities I personally felt for them.
Yeah. I think I would have preferred to have it altered slightly, but I also understand why it wasn't, and I think it was fair to test it out because we've been kind of at a point where we're like, we want to keep making the horses better, but we also do at some point reach the point where we're like, okay, this is where we want to be. And I don't think that we've really reached that point where we're certain on what is quality. What does quality mean?
That was quality. That trot. I do really like that trot.
The trot is really good, but the animator who made it is the same animator who made the trot for the Akalteke, which was also a gate that me and Esme were very involved in the feedbacking on that.
Yeah.
We learned so much and actually didn't almost need any feedback at all. I'm super proud of it. Such an amazing job with that.
They're all doing an amazing job when you...
Yes. And they're learning. Like, on the Curly we also had a brand new animator.
Ooh.
That started right before we started working on that horse. So some of the... That's why there are some new things with it. You know that maybe you've noticed that now I'm rambling on something completely else. I just realized. I'm sorry. I went out on this. But yeah, the idle animations are way longer on this horse than the other horses. And that was a thing that he the new guy wanted to try.
I love that idea.
That's cool.
They're great.
Yeah.
I love the
See,
rearing.
What was really funny was my initial reaction to that rear. It did this wee hop, and I was like, what kind of rear was that? And then it went, up in the air, and I went, wait, what? It's just like, I kind of freaked out.
It's really charming.
I love it.
So cute. I actually really liked that. I felt like, when I looked at that horse, even though, like, I'm not typically, I like, the Hanoverian is still my one true love. I love that horse. But whenever it comes to just overall, I just love it.
Yeah.
The Curlies, I could see the level that it got into them because I was like, I can't really pick what's wrong with this. And I actually liked the wiggly thing whenever it gallops. The only thing that bothered me was the stretching from the side.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't really have anything that I was like, I thought, the animations and everything really came together well.
Yeah, that was also one thing that we wanted to why we decided to also release the butt, even though we did identify that it could be something that bothers some people. Because some people actually really, really like when it looks a little bit special or unique or different.
Yeah.
So, so it's like, it's mixed feelings from the community. Some people are "Ooh, I love this," and some people are like, "Oh, I hate it." So sometimes it's hard to distinguish which part is the biggest.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, rant over.
But now we're done getting over to our favorite and least favorite, Melee.
Least favorite is definitely birthday. I have never been a fan of the birthday stuff. I feel like it's something that and this is just my personal experience from like having worked with them. I feel like we're every year, or not every year I wouldn't say, but it's always a little bit like, what are we gonna do? And then we're like, let's do this. And then we're like, to me, it doesn't tickle me as a player. I don't think that sort of gameplay is super fun. I just don't think it's super fun. And I don't feel like it's one of those projects where we're super passionate about it. We're like, oh, this is gonna be great. We're more like, we need something. You know?
Yeah. It's birthday time, people. Let's do something.
It's a little bit like, where it's more everyday business. Or whatever to call it, like it's not as exciting as, for example, story quests or new horses or events in general.
It kind of feels like it's the feeling of an adult above 20 celebrating the birthday, being like, oh, I'm getting older, oh no. Instead of like a 6-year-old like, oh my god, birthday, woohoo!
And it's a little bit like when you turn 22 and you're like,
you're like,
do I even celebrate this?
I'm close to 30.
Like a cake.
You get it when you're like 20 or when you're 25 or when you're 30, when it's like big birthdays, but then it's like 22. What is that?
That's why I'm looking forward to 10th to the 10th anniversary.
Same. I think that I do as well with the 10th. I think it's probably going to be more fun. But that sort of gameplay, it's never been like my favorite. It's like it's okay, I guess, but it's not. I'm not going to be like, I'm not super psyched about it.
No.
My favorite was the pumpkin.
Oh?
100%. But I think it was super fun. It was fun that we tried something a little bit new with the functionality, and I think that it's fun that we implemented a players' feedback into it. And I also think it's hilarious to imagine our sound. If we have like a sound engineer guy, I just find the mental image of him standing and making those pumpkin noises, because that is him. Mind you, in his office, standing there giggling to himself. I just find it hilarious.
That is so cool.
Yeah, because he's this super nice guy and like, an adult.
So cute.
He's standing in his office like.
It's adorable. I love it.
And they're so cute. I think they're super cute, and the animations are really cute. And I think it's also my favorite because literally everyone in the office were super psyched. Everyone's like, oh, they're so cute.
We need them in real life. You need to make a video of this dude. I need to see him.
Yes, that would be awesome.
He's such a nice guy. He's been making our music for years actually. So even I think he was even working Starshine games.
Ooh, awesome! Wow.
So he's like, but he hasn't been an employee, I don't think, of Star Stable since then.
Okay.
But the company that he worked at were hired by Star Stable to make music. So he's been working on it, but he's actually part of our crew.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's the nicest guy ever, and it just.
Oh,
give me a hug. I stopped petting him. But yeah, I would definitely say that the pumpkins, and I do think that the cute as well. But the pumpkin is my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next segment then is monthly wish.
Oh, what's that?
That is basically what you can give, just what you would like to see in the game in the future. And you, as a guest, can give 2 wishes.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. I want them to now.
Possibilities.
Yes.
The power.
Okay. Obviously, am I starting?
Yeah.
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Obviously, none of these are promises that this will end up in. Just saying. Just
Yeah, that's true.
Disclaimer.
What I really want is for us at some point to be able to revisit the controllers of the horses.
Oh.
So that's what I would want us to do. I would want us to go and like make them better, like improve, and the functionality of the horses, like the experience of actually riding, like the
okay.
a little smoother, a little bit like make it feel a little bit more new, I guess.
Have you been playing Red Dead Redemption?
Yes, I have. And I
Oh.
actually think their system is quite good.
Yes.
Okay.
Where you push forward, but then you like, what is this in English? Manar på din häst.
So
You edge it on?
Yeah, like you try to. Yeah, you give it the command to increase the speed. Basically.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that was really nice. It was on PC, at least. I think it was very well executed as well. Like it's not hard, and it's not annoying in any way. It's just like, come on, horsey. I really like that. So that's one wish.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I do 3?
Okay, I'm feeling generous. You can do 3.
Yes. I want to update the Dark Riders.
Yes.
Yes.
And get all of their like the Dark Rider models updated all over the game. It's gonna take ages, but I want that to happen for us at some point. And Koda.
You want your dog in the game?
I want yes, but that was not the thing I wanted.
That's not my wish.
I also wish that we could at some point add more points to the horses where you can equip stuff. So it would be nice if you could have like cool my English is failing me. Rustningar.
Armor.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
armor.
Yeah, cool armor, and like instead of having just one pet, maybe you could have 2, stuff like that. So you could have more than, or you could have like one slot for a pet, but then you could have another slot for like something that was purely decorational, stuff like that. That I think would be really fun, and it would be really fun to be able to wear like lots of stuff on your characters.
Yeah. Fill them slots.
Yes. Those are my wishes.
Okay.
Wow. Interesting.
Amazing wishes.
Yeah.
What are yours?
TC, you can start.
Well, because I wanted this last year and I still want it now, because neither of the fjords are that thing. I want a demon horse. I still want that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that was the only reason that I was upset at first. So I was like, where's my demon horse?
Still out here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Halloween, we're hoping for that demon horse.
Yeah.
North Fjord.
Yes.
And a purple fjord, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the office on Monday. I'll be like, guys, I got the ideas already.
Yeah. We need to do this. Okay. Cece, what's your monthly wish?
Yeah, well, we have done this podcast for a while now, so it's like, my biggest wishes I've already said, so it's kind of like
you
hard.
can revisit it. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna revisit one that is like I really wish for continuation in the quest in Dino Valley. Because it's one of my favorite areas, and I really, really miss it. So yeah, I'm like, I want a reason to go there, like, because now it's like
happening
more
when
about
they
that.
update the environment. I can see it happening then. But
yeah, that would be extra interesting to see how they will update.
Well, it's gonna look like snow.
I'm excited to getting there because we've touched upon almost every other area in the game now. So I mean...
So yeah. So yeah, I wish for it to be updated. I will.
Okay. My monthly wish is that, we got Global Store last week, I think. Yeah, this week. Last week.
That's right.
It was a week.
This week.
This week. And I sort of missed that it would have been nice to maybe have some new tack or clothes to buy.
Oh, just to like celebrate?
Well, just to have something new, really, because I got the Global Store and I looked. So yeah, I would have just liked new tack and clothes so I could use the Global Store. I guess it's gonna happen in the future, but it would have been nice to have it the same day it actually was released for me. So I actually didn't even use the code that was even out to try the Global Store because I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything.
Oh, you can say that.
Yeah. So
Is it still valid? The code?
Yeah, until the 19th.
Yeah, I know I could use it, but it wasn't really that much. I don't know. I'm too lazy to go in and put it in.
Oh, wow.
No, Rose, you gotta save.
Yeah.
I'm not really in lack of star coins, so it's fine.
Every time there's one, I'm like, I'm gonna log on to all of mine, and I put the code in.
Yeah.
Same. Same.
It's free. Okay.
I'm like, you do not say no to free money.
that is true. Okay. It is available still, right? Or was this the last day? Maybe it was the last day.
No, I think it's the 19th.
Okay. I can go later and
I trust her. I don't know exactly which date it ends, but I do think that it would be
double check.
Yeah.
Because I do have it.
I do believe it was a 9 in the number.
Yeah. November 19th.
Oh,
at 14 UTC.
Okay. I'll have time. I fix it later this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget about it. But yeah, that was all our monthly wishes.
Yay!
We have reached the end of this podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh, we had so much fun.
We did. I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
Yeah. You have to rejoin us in the future.
Oh yes, please.
It was so much fun. Oh, it feels so weird to talk about next year already.
Yeah, wow.
Do you realize this? It's been 2 decades.
What?
Since 2000.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh no, I'm so old.
Yeah. That like I'm old.
Because when people say like, 2005, I was like,
yeah, that was a long time.
And then I'm like, how old am I? What year is it?
Yeah, like middle-life crisis start.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yes. But thank you, Mealy, so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening. As we have said all around in this episode, if you have a theory, leave them to everyone here because we all love the theories. And if you have a mystery, go to Emily's, what was it?
Ylva.Potatoheart.
Yes, and leave
Everybody
them
calls
in
me
the DM.
Potato Head.
Yeah.
Is
Is it hard? I'm like, isn't it Potato Head?
my boss calls me Potato Head all the time.
Oh, that's cute.
Leave your mysteries there and so she can bust them.
Yes.
And remember to stay awesome as always. And we will see you in the end of November. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey-do!
Bye.